Hello everyone and welcome to Right Channels. Today we shall be talking about how to turn your ideas and skills into products. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. By way of introduction, I would like you to know that your great ideas and skills, your big dreams and incredible passion for your career will not by themselves give you the desired financial freedom. There are two critical steps you must take. Number one, you need to turn your ideas and skills into products. And number two, you need to market and promote your products to other people in order to earn money. So we are going to look at this in greater detail and see how you can turn your ideas and skills into products. That essentially is what entrepreneurship is all about. So let's get into the details. The first thing we shall be looking at is the fact that ideas are potential products. Products and services that are currently used and paid for by people out there once existed as ideas in people's minds. You look at the furniture in your house, the cooking utensils in your kitchen, the beddings in your bedroom, and everything, virtually electrical appliances, they were ideas in people's minds that they turned into products. So ideas are thoughts, plans, or suggestions about what to do, and they are freely available to everyone. Your ability to turn your ideas into products is critical to your success as an entrepreneur. Now, another thing we shall be looking at is skill as the power to turn ideas into products. A skill is the ability to do something well. It is the ability to perform an action with determined results. Your skill is the power to do something competently, a power you acquire through learning, through training and practice. That's what skill is about. It is your expert knowledge in a particular field. Your skill is what gives you the ability to turn your ideas into products or services. So that's why I emphasize skill development, as a very important tool for achieving career success. Now let's look at the quality of ideas you can turn into products. It's not enough to come up with an idea. The idea you come up with must be a viable business concept. It is good to be creative and be able to generate ideas, but creativity that is not linked to making money is just a hobby. For an idea to be turned into a product, it has to bring value into the marketplace. Any idea that cannot bring value into the marketplace cannot be turned into a product. Otherwise, making such a product will be a waste of time and money. More on ideas you can turn into products. You have to realize that unless you are able to solve a customer need, you won't make sales that will in turn earn you the desired profits. Therefore, you must first of all thoroughly understand your customer and what they want and need. Once you know the exact solution your customers are looking for, all you have to do is create a product that provides the solution to them. So, an idea that can be turned into a product is an idea that will solve people's problem. That is just the indisputable truth. Now, the need for a market research, as I earlier hinted, if you have already generated an idea for a product or business, you have to do some preliminary research of your target market. The aim of this research is to find out whether it is something people will actually buy. It doesn't make sense to come up with a product that people are not going to buy. When you are certain that there is market for your product, you have to make sure that it can be produced and distributed at such a low cost that will be able to make sufficient profit. So these are aspects of the research you need to make. When I completed my manuscript for my first book and I was going from one publisher to another, little did I know that publishers don't just accept books from anybody. It was many years later that I discovered that publishers have their own in-house team of writers, and most of them they make a market research, and they don't just publish a book, but they publish a book based on their research. If they have conducted a research and they have discovered the need for a particular book, then they can employ a team of writers, or their in-house writers will write based on their specification, based on the market research they have done. So I discovered this later, and I then found out why, as a writer, you would send your books to different publishers and they say they will get back to you, and they will never get back to you, because they publish books based on market research, and that is also very important. If you are serious about turning your idea into products, the basic thing is to conduct a market research to verify whether there is market for the product you intend to produce. This is critical. Another thing is the need for decisive action, because indecision is a major barrier to turning one's ideas into products. Starting a business or turning your idea into a product is the pathway to becoming a successful entrepreneur. However, it's not a very easy task. Most people have a viable idea or a dream. Some have a business venture in mind, yet they are afraid that they don't have substantial capital to start with. So they keep procrastinating. They want to wait until such a time when all things are available. They keep telling themselves that they will start the business someday. Sadly, such a day or time may never come. For example, if you had watched, or you go back and watch the first videos I produced when I ventured into video production, producing video lessons, you will discover that those initial videos are nothing to write home about. They are of poor quality because I started anyhow. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have even enough ideas about how to make a perfect video. But I started anyhow, and if I had waited until I know everything and have everything that is necessary, I may never have started. I had to take that initial step, and then I kick-started a learning process. There's always a learning process in everything. So do not be afraid to take that first step. That first step is the most important step in everything you want to do in life. And many people, will wait for eternity to take that first step. And there is always a reason not to take the first step. And you must overcome those barriers and take a decisive action in order to get yourself rolling. Now, breaking the jinx of procrastination, this cannot be overemphasized. To break this jinx, you must decide to start small. That's just the idea. Once you have acquired the skill necessary to become an entrepreneur or to turn your idea into a product or service, you must start something right away. I gave you an example with when I started producing video lessons. It was of very poor qualities, and I was sharing the video with a lot of people, and I was listening to their corrections, and I listened attentively, and people told me, look, this is not the right way to do it. You need to do this, you need to add this, you need to handle this. And ideas started coming. But if I had not started at all, then the ideas wouldn't even have come. So you must act in faith. You must motivate yourself in line with the word of God, which says, though your beginning is small, your later end shall greatly increase. What is important is taking that first step. I regard that first step as the giant step. Take action and start small, but don't let your small business make you small-minded. You may start small, yet you have to be determined. You have to have the commitment. You have to have the confidence to move ahead. You have to have a goal that you want to achieve. Now, the next thing we need to look at is that you must bring value into the marketplace. That's just the idea. That's the idea we are talking about. It's nothing else but bringing value into the marketplace. It's an economic law. The person who gets paid is the one who brings value into the marketplace. So remember that the right way to earn profits is to bring value into the marketplace. This can be a product you have created. It can also be products manufactured by others which you buy and bring into the market for sale. It could also be the value you become through acquiring skills that make you an entrepreneur, a salesman, a manager, a writer, a publisher, etc. You could be a furniture maker. You could be a painter. You could be, you could be an event manager, whatever it is, But let there be value that you bring into the marketplace, either in form of a product or in form of a service. Because come to think of it, nobody will pay you for bringing nothing. The life thrives on value exchange. You bring value and then you exchange it for money, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at the vast opportunities for entrepreneurship. There are vast opportunities in the economy for anyone who is determined to achieve success as an entrepreneur. Only you should not be discouraged easily. A lot of people are easily discouraged. They start something, and because it's not yielding immediate results, they just close shop and they conclude that it can never work. You can go into publishing, sole trading, teaching, tutoring or coaching, advertising, transportation, dry cleaning, business center, restaurant, farming, horticulture, tailoring, fashion designing, graphic design, food processing, music, consultancy, etc. The list is endless. The most important thing is for you to identify the area in which you are talented, because that's really very important. You must go into something that corresponds with your personality. And your personality has two major aspects: your talent, which is your God-given gift, and your interest, which is your passion. These two things form your personality. So you need to really go into something that you have the ability to do, and secondly, something that you love to do, because if you have to succeed in something, you must have so much interest in it that even when there are barriers, even though there are challenges, you should have enough enthusiasm that will carry you forward in it. There are online opportunities, especially in today's information-driven age. Businesses are shifting to online platforms, and products are increasingly being digitized. The opportunities online right now are becoming even greater than ever. Let's assume you want to go into a kind of information sharing venture, that is to create a product that gives useful information to people. Your aim is to create a product or a program, a solution that your audience can have access to and buy. That one aspect, of the online opportunities right now. And when we look at the information sharing venture as an example, you can simply take your life experience, your message, and your voice and package your ideas into a product that will be useful to other people. To succeed in this endeavor, that is the information sharing business, which I must tell you is a thriving business right now, you must have a passion for communicating and sharing your ideas. You must value who you are and what you have to say. And you must make sure that the information you want to provide is what your target audience actually needs. This is very, very important. Audience appeal is critical to content creation. If you look for a video I have uploaded on the 8 laws of content creation, you will understand what I'm trying to emphasize in this aspect of this lecture. Now, the next thing is choosing the media and the formats. First, you need to choose the ways by which your customers can receive your information. If you decide that your customers will receive your information by reading, then you have to create written formats such as books, articles, ebooks, blog postings, etc. Recently, I was able to create blogs, and it became very interesting when I really learned to create my own blogs all by myself, and it's really a very interesting idea, because as a writer I love sharing my ideas with people, and the blogs I have created have given me the platforms to do that even more effectively. The video you are watching is just one avenue of sharing my ideas with my target audience, and then the blogs are also other avenues for sharing my ideas through writing blogs and other aspects of the blogging business. Now, if you choose to let your audience hear your information, you can create products like audio CDs, MP3s, audiobooks, and so on and so forth. So it's left for you to choose the media and choose the format. There are other ways of sharing your information exist. If you want them to watch your information on their television or computer or mobile device, you need to create DVDs, online videos, webinars, or mobile video applications. Various formats, various media, various platforms. You may decide to organize live events like seminars or workshops where your audience can experience you and your information in person. Moreover, you can offer tutorials, coaching services, or mentorship programs to those who would want to have greater training from you. These are ways of sharing your information. Another important thing we need to look at is packaging your products well. This cannot be overemphasized. You must learn to package your products well in order to make them decent and beautiful. As a writer or publisher, for instance, you don't have to become a graphic designer, in order to package your product well. You can work with a good graphic designer who will handle the necessary graphic design for your book cover, illustrations, etc. The only thing is that as the owner of your product, as the inventor and the originator, you must supervise the work and make sure that everything looks great and that every aspect of the production tallies with your vision of the kind of products you want to put out for people to benefit from. So packaging your product well is very, very important. There are areas you need to learn by yourself. If you are going into an area of producing your products or rendering services, it's also logical that you need to develop yourself and acquire skills in that area as well. The more skills you acquire and the more aspects of the production you can do by yourself, the more you reduce costs. This is really very important. When I published my first book, I had to type the entire work by myself. Yes, I had to type everything. By myself, and after I had gone from one publisher to another, and I met rejections upon rejections, and I decided to publish the book by myself. I had to become a publisher all at once, and I had to learn to go through the process of publishing my book, which I did successfully. Today I have 8 books in printed forms that are being used in various schools across the country. I have also published other books as e-books on various online platforms such as Amazon and recently Payhip and so on. So it's really very important that you learn how to package your products well, and any aspect you discover you can't do by yourself, of course you have to allow the experts to handle that for you, so that you come up with a well packaged product that will hit the market successfully. Now the last thing we need to look at is equally critical, and that is packaging yourself well. Beyond packaging your product, you need to learn to package yourself well also. You must work on yourself, develop yourself, and raise your self-esteem. You have to believe in your ideas. You have to believe in your products. Otherwise, nobody will believe or buy from you. It starts with you, because you have come up with an idea that you turned into a product, and nobody should know the benefits better than you. You should be the one telling people how beneficial it is. I believe strongly that you don't have to study marketing as a major course of study at university to become an effective marketer. Marketing is a necessity. It's a critical need for every entrepreneur. When I published my first book and brought the copies home, I was basking in the euphoria that I had. I made a great achievement. All of a sudden, it dawned on me that there was a great lacuna here. Something was missing. I had spent all my money publishing a book, and the book was not bringing food to my table. So I had to start going from school to school, giving samples of the books to people and asking them to look at it, and if they discover, give to their teachers. If they discover the book will be useful to their students, they should let me know. And lo and behold, a number of schools started developing interest, and that was how I started creating markets for my books. So you need to work on yourself, and your product or service must be truly excellent in order to justify your confidence and win the approval and patronage of your target customers. After completing my first novel and publishing it, I was convinced that this book was going to go places because I knew the quality, I knew the commitment that went into it, and I had to make sure it was exceptionally interesting. First, I had to make it interesting to me. I became interested in it. I became passionate about it. And I told the story in such a manner that whoever reads it would be interested in it. And that, has been helpful. Whenever I write an institution, I tell them that they should just look into it. I tell them aspects of the book that will add value to the reader's lives. I believe that a product is useless until it is able to add value to the consumer, especially if it is an information sharing product. The value lies in its ability to turn the reader into a better version of themselves, and that's really very important. So another area of packaging yourself is the fact that you have to develop consistency and persistence as well, because to venture into turning your idea into product, you should be prepared to meet challenges, and you should be able to confront barriers on the way. As the saying goes, when the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. So you need to work on yourself and really have faith and be able to weather the storm. You should be prepared to fail a number of times, and you should have the humility to accept criticisms and take correction where necessary. When I started producing video lessons, my videos were of very bad quality, and when I shared the first videos with people, I did that with the sincere belief that I needed corrections from people who knew better. And I listened attentively when people told me this aspect of your video is not right. You need to change this, you need to add this, Yes, and I accepted it and gave thanks to them. And I've been improving, and even at the point I'm talking to you, I'm still looking for ways of improving the quality of my video. That is the spirit. So you need to package yourself well in order to package your product well. And when these two aspects are taken care of, then of course there will be success. It's guaranteed. So that's how it has been in today's video lecture. We have been talking about how to turn your ideas and skills into products. Very, very important subject if you ask me. And I want to believe that you have learned a thing or two in this video lecture. I want to thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button below. As I said earlier, by subscribing, you will be encouraging me to create more videos that will be useful to a lot of people out there. So by subscribing to my channel, you are achieving a win-win situation as a matter of fact. So click on the subscribe button below and also click on the notification bell so that whenever a new video is uploaded on this channel, you will be notified instantly. Like the video and share the video to your friends and relatives as well. At this juncture, I just want to thank you for watching. If you have any comments as to how I can improve the quality of my lectures, or if you have gained some benefits from this lecture and would like to give comments of commendation, kindly leave your comments below. Bye for now and remain blessed.